Hello and welcome everybody to another Duskmourn draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and these things take like 15 minutes to fill, so I'm gonna fire this off right away. We didn't do so well in the last draft, but hopefully we can turn things around in this draft. I'm gonna ready up and go. I have some ad reads to do. We'll just do that as the draft fills up. All right, now before this draft fires, I did want to say this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below if you want to purchase Magic the Gathering cards and singles and sealed product. Man, I'm in a rush. And then, of course, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. Make sure you check them out for Magic the Gathering supplies, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, etc. heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, hopping straight into this pack. What do we have? We have Monstrous Emergence. Excellent removal spell. There's a Hedge Shredder, 4 mana for a 5/5. When it attacks, you mill 2. Whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from your library, put them onto the battlefield. I'm going to take this. It's a rare. I want to give it a shot. Shard Mage's Rescue is also a really nice way to... a really nice combat trick. Imagine a shore up, but like on steroids. 1 white, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 flash. As long as it entered this turn, enchanted creature has hexproof. That is a fantastic combat trick. But I'm going to take the rare here in the Hedge Shredder and see how this... Hopefully I can draft like a black-green deck or something. Or red-green. Red-green also works, but I feel like black-green cares more about self-mill. But we'll see. Hey, there's nowhere to run. Greenhouse, Rickety Gazebo. I misread this card before. It's not nearly as good as I thought it was. Trial of Agony is just okay. You have to be really aggro to really have this be decent, but I'm less than impressed. Nowhere to Run, though, is fantastic. 2 mana for a flash enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Creatures your opponents control can be the targets of spell and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof. Ward abilities of those creatures. Okay, it's mostly just 2 mana, -3/-3. Can't really go wrong with that. Certainly better than any of these commons that I have here. Oh, actually, there's a Trapped in the Screen, which is also very good. But I don't want to start green-white as we just did a green-white video. So let's take the Nowhere to Run. Lionheart Glimmer is also fine, but certainly a good start here. Uncommon and a rare. Please be good. Defiled Crypt. 4 mana. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 black token. Once each turn. When you unlock this, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. So you play this as for 5 mana. If you play Defiled Crypt first, you get a 2/2. It's like a bad Gravedigger. Cynical Loner is cool. I don't like Shrewd Storyteller because I don't want to be green-white. Glimmer Burst is an interesting card. There's Fanatic of the Harrowing, which I do think is pretty good. And then there's also Cynical Loner. This is nice with like reanimation effects, and it's a 2-drop. So there's a lot of upside here if you do pick up some reanimation spells. But it needs to, of course, survive. So I'm wondering if Cynical Loner is better or worse than just like Fanatic of the Harrowing, just like a nice mid-range deck. I'm going to just take Fanatic of the Harrowing. Because I kind of want to draft black-green if possible because I took the Hedge Shredder. So I'll take this, noting that the Cynical thing in black-white I think can be very good. Here we have, is this card any good? Get you some value. Derelict Addict's fine. Say Its Name is fine. Cryptid Inspector can be good in blue-green specifically. I'll just take a Withering Torment. It's fine. Nothing insane, but it's a decent removal spell. But you do take the damage, which is obviously not ideal. Definitely on the market for some green cards if I can find any. Here we have Beastie Beatdown. This card is amazing. It's a bite spell, but when you have Delirium, it puts 2 counters on a creature you control. I wonder if this is just worth splashing. Arthropede, there's a Grasping Longneck, which is fine. There's a Terramorphic Expanse. There's also Innocuous Rat, which I do like as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to try to go a little bit deeper here. This is a late Beastie Beatdown. If somehow there's a world where I can splash this, I think that's really strong. Here, there's some reanimation spells. Emerge from the Cocoon. Fear of Surveillance, Hardened Escort. There's Meat Locker. I do love me a Meat Locker. There's also Balemerk Leech, which is good in an enchantment deck. Green certainly seems to be drying up, so I'm wondering what other 2-color combination I should be looking at. There's Vicious Clown. There's Say Its Name. I mean, I can always just take Say Its Name. Is blue? What is blue black trying to do? I'm gonna take Meat Locker. Green doesn't seem very open. Blue seems more open, so I'm gonna take the Meat Locker. Yeah, this is me. Draft number 4, 3 of the format. Yeah, I already know all the I already know the how to read signals. These blue cards are whatever. There is an appendage amalgam. The best card by far here is Diversion Specialist, and that's a pretty late Diversion Specialist, so I'm going to take it here. 4 mana for a 4/3 Menace. Sack another creature, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn, so... I wonder if I should have just taken the 2-drop, now that I'm looking at my mana curve. Is there a world where we just like switch over to blue-red? What does this card do? 2 mana for 2/2 Vigilance, sack a room, deals 2 damage to each opponent, draw a card. There's also Glimmer Burst. I'll take Glimmer Burst. I really wanted to take the blue-red card, but I'm going to take the Glimmer Burst and see what's available here. If I want it to be black-red, I could take the Boiler Bilge's Ripper. There's also a Shepherding Spirits, but it's like my first white card. I don't really like Cackling Slasher. I guess I'll take the Ripper. Just because we saw some red cards. I don't like Greenhouse, Rickety Gazebo. Derelict Addict is just fine. But I think I'm just going to take the 2-drop here and Hand That Feeds. And we could just be black-red gamers here again. And I almost took this the first time. Okay. Yeah, green is definitely not open. I feel like some combination of black and red cards is where we need to be. Funeral Room. I want to try this card. 8 mana is a lot, though. Whenever a creature you control dies, you drain them for 1. I don't know if that's good enough. Something like this. This is our deck. I mean, we did win with black-red, to be fair. Do we want to be super aggro? Like, this can't block. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may exile it. You may play that card from exile this turn. Drag to the Roots is good, especially if I wanted to splash green. There's Duskmourn's Domination, which is also fine. Alright, I'll try this Norin. Like, if I'm just going to be like black-red super aggro, I can see a world where this is good. Let's play a game. Doesn't seem that great. Waltz of Rage seems awesome, so I will take this. It's like a Wrath. It's high risk, high reward, but if you target this on a decent sized creature, you kill everything, and then you draw some cards too on top of that. So let's take Waltz of Rage here. Definitely doesn't feel like a Pyroclasm deck, as it kills all my things. So here we have the choice between Spectral Snatcher or the Razor Trap Gorge. I don't mind the first copy of a Land Cycler, but the black-red land does seem very good for us. I'm going to just take the black-red land. I like casting my spells. I don't know if any of you know this, but I'm a big fan of casting my spells. Infernal Phantom is quite nice. I think I like it better than Bedhead Beastie. 6 mana, 5/6 Menace is a beater. Clockwork Percussionist is also okay, but I do like the Phantom a fair amount. It's just really good with all the sacrifice stuff. Here we have Trial of Agony versus Murder, and I'm just going to take Murder. And now we have Sawblade Skin Ripper. All right, we're just doing it again. I wanted to try other stuff, but I'm not necessarily going to force other stuff, right? And if an archetype is open, you just kind of have to move in. I first picked the Head Shredder. I wanted to do the green thing, but green was just not in the cards. I think blue-red could have also been a thing to do, but with the Nowhere to Run and the Withering Torment and Fanatic of the Harrowing, it's kind of hard to move off of what we have here. All the Pyroclasms in the world. This pack is not good for us. Do I just take Friendly Teddy as a 2-drop? Each player draws a card. I mean, it's not ideal, but I don't want this. Oh, it's a 4-drop. Oh. I thought it cost 5. All right, I'll take it. I have a lot of 4s now, though. So I will hold off on the 4s now, moving forward. There's a Bedhead Beastie or a Thornspire Verge. I just feel like a red-green deck or a red-black deck doesn't really want to splash green, so I'm just going to take the Beastie here. I'll take a 2-drop here. I don't have a whole lot of enchantments, but I'm still just going to play it. Red-black, I'm sure the Percussionist can be fine, so I'll play it here over Let's Play a Game. Still need more cheap things to do. Unsettling Twins is fantastic. I'm surprised it's still in the pack. All right. I mean, this is an aggressive deck. I think the Clown is fine. Like, I just need to turn it on a couple times and then I'm good. I thought this thing, yeah, I really thought this thing cost 5. All right, well, we have a lot of cards. It's just, not all of these are necessarily good cards. So let's get the good cards. The Mind Skinner. Blue, 10-1, can't be blocked. If a source you control would deal damage, prevent that damage and each opponent mills that many cards. Okay. Flood Pitch Drowner is excellent, but I'm not going to take it. Here we have Scorching Dragonfire and Vengeful Possession. Vengeful Possession can be nice in the right deck, but I only have the Skin Ripper as a sacrifice outlet currently. Oh no, and a Diversion Specialist, so... And I need things to do early, so I do think if I had a few more ways, like if I had another like 2 Skin Rippers or something, I think I would take the Possession, but right now I think I'd rather just have the Dragonfire as just another cheap thing to play to interact with my opponents. Here we have, Monstrous Emergence is good, Bottomless Pool is good, Wildfire Wickerfolk is good, but none of those cards go in our deck. There's a Balemerc Leech I can take as another 2, or I can take a Most Valuable Slayer, which is just another 4-drop. It might be better than some of my other 4s, but... I'm going to take the Leech just because it's a 2-drop. And I have 4 4s. Here we have the choice between Winter's Intervention. I don't really care about a 6-drop in my red-black aggro deck, so it's Winter's Intervention or Turn Inside Out. This actually doesn't seem that bad of a combat trick. You trade with a thing and then you still get a 2-2. Or do I want to take this? No, I feel like I'd rather just like be able to trade up and kill something bigger. All right, Betrayer's Bargain over Murder, I think, is probably the pick. This is kind of like a Murder, but every now and then I can sack like cheap things. And it exiles. Seeing a lot of removal. I need some creature. Okay, I'm going to take this Innocuous Rat. This is a role player for this deck, so happy enough with the Innocuous Rat here. This deck is severely lacking Skin Rippers. Hallowed Haunting. Interesting. Don't need another Boiler Bilge's Ripper. Ghostly Keybearer this late is absurd. But I think I just got to take Painter Studio. This card's fine. All right, I got to cut a card. It's probably like... I don't know. Also, we have a lot more cards to go. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, do I have any other way? I'm going to try this card. I mean, it's just a Gravedigger. I don't have any ways to exile cards from my graveyard, I don't think. Here we have Resurrected Cultist versus Vicious Clown. I think I'm just going to go with the Clown. This thing just hits harder. So here, once again, you play this on turn 4. My creatures are so bad. They're so bad. I guess blue was where we needed to be here. This table too? Sure. Don't really want that. All the cackling. Man, some of these commons are... let me know if you feel the same. There are so many bad commons in this set. Like, this doesn't do anything in my black-red deck. This is bad. This is not particularly great. This card's medium. Like, there just seems to be so many bad cards. So we'll go 16 lands plus the Beastie. We have 10 spells, so we got to cut one. I'm just debating whether or not this card's even good. Because it's not a Gravedigger. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create... How else... Like, when I had that 2-mana 2/2, the rare zombie, that was really nice. This card actually is probably not very good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. This deck does not look all that exciting, I'm just gonna say. It's just a deck that curves out, has some cheap removal, and then just tries to close things out. I am choosing not to play Boiler Bilge's Ripper. I'm wondering if that is a mistake or not. I mean, maybe one is okay. Over like Winter's Intervention. I just feel like killing tiny creatures doesn't really matter in this format that much. And I have a lot of removal, so this also kills tiny creatures and acts as another creature. So let's go ahead and try that. All right. Before round one starts, I wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel, the best way to do so is through my Patreon. So that's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all of you scrolling up and down the screen. Really do appreciate all of your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, where there's a bunch of people like you looking to up their limited game and tackle Duskmourn together. All right, gonna keep this hand here. Cynical Loner turn 2. Which doesn't do much. It's just a 3/1. My opponent's really excited, I guess. Ooh, that's a play. Do I even... I can put a card in my graveyard? I didn't actually think about this. I don't have any recursion. So I just want to put something in my graveyard just to like for delirium purposes, I guess. And maybe something I don't want to draw. Now let's just put a mountain in our yard, I guess. All right, our opponent with a mono green start here. Okay. What do I want to do? I guess trading this isn't too bad. I kind of want to hit a land with this. All right, let's do this. Do I let this trade happen? Sure. Because then I get the percussionist. I don't know. Also, this has menace, right? Okay, so that is a Kona, which we're gonna kill. Then we'll play the Percussionist and beat down. What you got? With your mono green deck. Under the Skin is very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. What are they getting back? The Centipede, I guess? They're already at 10. Overgrown Zealot. Sure. How do I want to do this? This is an 0-4. They have a combat trick. Okay, that's a land. This comes into play untapped. Let's play a hand that feeds. And pass. And I have Delirium, so... I also have Waltz of Rage, which I'm sure does something. The Weight Room! Okay. So this is a 5/5. I gotta think about this. All right, we got it. Woo! They're what? I guess they drafted mono green. But proof that just a good curve. I hope this is not the case. I hope it's not just red, white, and red, black just running people over, but just like a good curve and some well-timed removal spells and tricks gets it done, I guess. Okay, on the play here, we have a curve of creatures. So I will keep. Probably turn 2 Cynical Loner. Ghost Vacuum, okay? I hope you have a slow do-nothing deck. Damn it. It's a good answer. I'm gonna play the Clown here just because I feel like it's gonna do more damage. So let's go... Like, let's play Fnatic this turn. I mean, maybe I should be waiting. I'm not sure. No! Clown down. This vacuum is gonna go nuts. Well, I mean, they had a creature to play to match us for every turn, so... Not too surprising here. Attack you! You gonna ambush this one too? Okay. By the way, this black-red deck is way worse than our last black-red deck. They have, what are they, what's in their hand? So we play against a mono green deck. Now it's a mono black deck. Presumably they're 2 colors. Black red, they're black red. Okay. So if this takes damage, this card dies. That's fine. I mean, it's a random creature, I'll play it. Then I have a Torment, so if they play a creature, I'm okay. Alright, this is their Ghost Vacuum. I mean, if they get to 6 lands, we're just dead. Or it's gonna be, like, extremely difficult. They have how many cards? 3 creatures exiled with this thing? Dang, that one's really rough. Whenever creature control becomes blocked, you may exile it. You may play that card. Okay. Oh, that is an amazing draw. Wow. Is it equal to its power? Wow, what a draw. All right, they're at 7. They get to make 4 1/1 flyers next turn. Not ideal. No land. No! Wait, what? Why wouldn't you vacuum? You got a vacuum there, friend. Are they dead? Yeah, they're dead. I'm pretty sure. This thing has menace, so... This goes to the face, right? Yeah. Boom! Still getting it done. What are we, 3-1? You know what? You know why, right? My avatar is Gev, because I can't win when my opponents play Gev against me. So I've just decided to be one with the Gev. Black-red. Oh no, 2 Wait. I thought we lost. For some reason. We played so much Magic today, and I have like 2 more drafts to go. Oh my gosh. I thought I lost. Alright, whatever. We're 2-0, I guess. This hand is awkward. I'm gonna ship that one. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll put the 6-drop. I'll put the 6-drop on the bottom. Alright, let's smack for 3. Okay. It's unfortunate. No trade. I mean, I hope I don't hit 2 lands, but I just gotta do it, so. Alright, I hit 2 lands. Must be blocked if able. Damn. Man. It makes me not want to play the special. I guess I'll just play this leech. No! That's ridiculous! Most valuable Slayer plus fear of being hunted is absurd. How am I supposed to beat that? Come on, bruh. Alright, well, I guess I can sack my enchantment and kill the fear or whatever. It's not ideal, but gotta do what I gotta do. Although now this is just all a disaster. Alright, you got me, you got me, you got me, you got me. Okay. That was a beating. That was an absolute beating. We mulliganed, and that combination of like must be blocked plus the first strike thing, that 4-drop is actually better than I thought, especially if you're aggro. I need to put some respect on that 4-drop's name, just because if you're the aggressor, like the first strike is really, really nice. Alright, 2-in-1 here with our Rakdos sacrifice stack on the... See, now we're just getting all these bad mana draws. Screw it, Arena. Screw you. I will not be bullied by your ways. Okay, I will not be bullied by your ways. If this is how you're gonna treat me, then so be it. You know what I mean? I have a murder, I just needed to draw land. Yeah, this is stupid. Well, you know what? I'm done. I want to put on a good show. I want to put on a good show, but sometimes they're like, nope. It's okay. We're cycling through these fast. That was a quick one. I already forgot about what happened. Let's keep it going. 2-2. On the play. I'll keep. Turn 1 percussionist into stuff. Well said, Paul. Well said. Gotta go get a mountain here with the bestie. I doubt they're gonna block. Okay, well I can just play that next turn. That seems like a very good block for me. Infernal Phantom here for us. All right. Okay. How do I want to do this? So, I can attack with Infernal Phantom. If I attack with the Sawblade Skin Ripper, That's not particularly good. 4-3. If they double block my Sawblade Skin Ripper, I can turn inside out my... I can trade this and turn inside out for those two creatures, I guess. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, honestly, maybe that's fine. Because we get to manifest here too. And then let's play the hand that feeds here because I have Delirium. So we have 3 creatures to their nothing. Fanatic of the Harrowing. Oh, I don't get to draw a card. I need to discard a card. Okay. I can attack with the Infernal Phantom, but like... I don't know. I guess I should. Like, it's still just... It keeps them with an empty board. I'll play the Clown. Next turn I can play Fanatic, and then this will attack for 4. What you got for me? So, like, they kill either of these creatures, they're still taking 6, right? Oh, it's that Edict card. Okay, I'll sack my 2/2. Let's play this, discard my Swamp. In case I draw a land, I can play the Leech. Oh, wait, no, I messed that up. I messed that up. Oh my gosh. I just had lethal. Oh my goodness. I guess I still have lethal. What am I saying? Yeah, I still have lethal. I had Delirium. But like, I didn't need to discard a card. I could have just played a land and played Leech plus Fanatic. Alright, 3 and 2. This has been a very quick video. My wins and losses have both been extremely quick, so let's just keep this going. We're only 40 minutes in. Ooh, playing against Circovitz. Should be nice. Would love to draw a Swamp here, but I'm going to keep this. I have a 1-drop on the draw. A Swamp off the top would be absolutely fantastic. I have a Betrayer's Bargain, which I can cast. Obviously, I would love to cast it off the Innocuous Rat. Okay, we drew the Black Source. That's amazing. I wonder if I try to race my opponent. Like, do I really want to make them, give them a treasure? 2 mana for a 3/2 that dies into a treasure just seems so good. Oh, great. Well, what the heck? What is this? Yeah, that card's fantastic. Okay. We are racing, but I have Innocuous Rat plus Betrayer's Bargain. This exiles too, which is really nice. So, and they can only play one of these two cards. And I imagine they're going to play the Enduring Courage. So they're going to hit me for... Actually, they're going to keep this back and then play Enduring Courage. Wow, that's aggressive. That is mega aggressive. Are they just not going to play either of their cards? Oh, no, they get to cast both spells. Yeah, absolutely. They get to go Final Vengeance, Exile, and then play this thing. Okay, no, that's really good. Yeah, that was an amazing Painter Studio. Actually. Let's get that Percussionist in there. Beat down. But now I'm out of guess. Like, I just have a bunch of 2/2s and I'm out of guess. I've used my one removal spell that I had. Another one? Come on, buddy. Oh, let's cash this in. Just the land. All right, well, we get to play the Beastie next turn. They're at 8, I'm at 14. Norin's quite nice. It's like, I get to just attack with everything and then unattack and then just recast the cards, I guess. Vicious Clown, sure. If I can find a way to get Delirium, that would be great. Or just a removal spell. Interesting. What? If I just get Delirium, don't I win? They must have the 1-drop. No, they could have played the 1-drop this turn. I mean, they have... Oh, it's the Exile card? Sure. Okay. So if they play any creature, I just die. Like if I attack with both and play my Beastie, whenever another creature control enters, it gets +2/+0 in haste. All right. Not ideal, but I think that's all I can do because the Norin can't even block. Very close game. But my opponent has better cards than me. Alright, so that puts me at effectively 4. I don't know what their last card... Like, whatever. It's one of those, like, if they have anything, we die anyways. So we're just gonna make the blocks that we need to. Ah, man. They're at 6 life. If I attack with the best... I keep saying bestie. If I attack with the Beastie... I can just replay everything on the left, so I'm just doing this just because. Because I can just play Norin, Leech, and Vicious Clown. All right, they go to 1. Yeah, I mean, we died at like any creature off the top, but it is what it is. Yep, that's game. Oh well. I mean, double enduring courage, that is, right? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. This card actually just hits really, really hard. The Hand That Feeds. So, don't sleep on that card. Just because it's easy to get like, Delirium is so much easier to get, I feel, than it was previously. Like, a lot of color combinations can just get Delirium. There's enchantment creatures, artifact creatures, manifest, all that stuff. So, I am very high on Delirium. I am very low on Survivor. I think the black-red archetype works. I just didn't have like the best version of it necessarily. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of another nuts and bolts black-red deck. This is kind of a black-red deck where I'm mostly playing with commons, so it didn't really quite get there. I was reasonably impressed with Norin just as a nice aggressive creature, and the fact that in some instances you can just kind of attack with everything and then just replay the stuff that gets blocked. It's kind of like a Gust Cloak effect, which is nice. So, you know, I'm not saying you slam this, but if you're aggressive, this card's fine. And like I said, I definitely just, you know, Baelmerk Leech was awful in this deck. So the fact that I just had a bunch of terrible cheap creatures, like the 2-drops I'm really looking for are like Hand That Feeds and Innocuous Rat. There's probably another one that I can't think of right now, but the Leech is absolutely not the one that you want to play, but it's kind of just what we had here. Outside of that, nothing too interesting out of this. I do like Turn Inside Out. There are lots of decks with big creatures, and the fact that this lets you trade up your smaller things for a big creature and still manifest, so you can still just apply pressure to your opponent, is pretty nice. It reminds me a lot of the Detective's Rage, I believe, in Murders at Karlov Manor. That one gave haste, maybe, but it's like it was like a 1-red, target creature gets +2/+0, and when the creature dies, you get a 2/2 detective. This is very similar in a lot of instances, and also just helps you hit Delirium, which then makes cards like Hand That Feeds a lot better once you kind of get to the late game. So, not saying that you slam Hand That Feeds, but I'm just going to play every copy of this for the most part if I'm drafting the red-black deck. Painter Studio was pretty nice. The fact that you can just play it as Deface Gallery if you just early on beat people down, and then later you use this to draw cards. So like this card a decent amount, more than I thought I would. And outside of that, nothing too crazy in this deck. Just a black-red deck that didn't quite get there all the way, but still just kind of a solid option. But more archetypes to explore as we move forward. I believe this is I'm losing track, folks. I'm losing track. I think there's like 1 draft left. I'm losing track of all the drafts that I've done, but we got to keep going on because we only have this one day to record all these draft videos and pile them up before, of course, the actual release date, which is going to be on the 24th of September. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. I'm sure at this point, all of you want to pick up some nice product for Duskmourn. You want to get some boosters, some boxes, some singles, whatever. Check them out. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. And last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for all your supplies and accessories needs for all things Magic. If you want deck boxes, dice boxes, play mats, sleeves, life pads, check them out. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. These past 2 drafts haven't been going so smoothly. So hopefully I can turn things around in the next draft. But until then, I'll catch you tomorrow.